there is a chart that I love this morning, and it really basically takes oil prices and bond yields and tracks them. The idea here simply being that oil prices were pushing up these bond expectations until the last month. What is the bond market getting wrong about the oil market right now?
Or what's the oil market getting wrong about the economy? I think what's happened here is that the oil price is supply-driven and not demand-driven. So in the earlier part of the year, a lot of people were interpreting the oil price as a commentary on where the global economy was, where the Chinese economy is, and that was very much in sync, perhaps, with the same conversation going on in the bond market. What we have here now is a concerted effort by OPEC Plus to assert a grip on the market to keep supply under control. They've extended those supply cuts until the end of the year. So now the focus of the oil market is very much on supply rather than demand, and supply happens outside the wider context of the global economy.
What about the pricing when it comes to refined products as well? What is actually driving what here? Is it the dog wagging its tail or the tail wagging its dog when it comes to oil and refined products like gasoline, like diesel?
So this is another thing that's very important about the oil market right now, is that the global refining system is looking pretty stretched. Through the pandemic, we lost a few refineries, and demand has come back very strongly since then, perhaps even stronger than some people predicted. And you can't use crude oil for anything. You need to turn it into fuel. You need to turn it into gas for your cars and jet fuel for your planes. And the global refining industry is working really very flat out to make that happen. That's widening the spread between some fuel prices and oil prices, especially for diesel. So important to how the global economy works, where we've seen some really strong diesel prices. So what consumers end up paying is perhaps even ahead of where the crude oil price, and we're seeing gasoline prices, although not approaching the very high levels we saw after the invasion of Ukraine, we're seeing gasoline prices at very high levels for this time of year, and that probably doesn't augur well for the months ahead.